Alrighty, hello Blood Bowl fans. We've got a game for you here. It's going to be a Chaos Mirror. I'm not a big fan of mirrors. Why does this keep correcting itself? I'm not a big fan of mirrors. We've got a Chaos team against a Chaos team. My Chaos guys are going to be facing Darth Physicist Chaos guys. Let's have a look at my team first. The Minotaur is out, which is going to be a really big problem for me, as is a Chaos Warrior, so I've only got 2 strength pieces. I have no level ups, and I'm going to be going into this with 4 loners. And a babe. I'm going to get a babe. Oh no, I'll have some inducements actually, so maybe we can use the inducements somehow. Though, I'm going to have 80 plus 50 plus the little extra bits. I may manage a wizard. Okie doke, we'll have a look when we get there though in a moment. So, not much to say really. My team is just completely battered at the moment, and we're going to struggle to come back from this. I was hoping this game would be near the end because, well, even though, well, the bye week of course I'm going to win, and I have pretty high hopes against the Wood Elves, but yeah, I need to do something in this match in order to have a chance of promoting to the KO. If I don't manage to play well against Darth Physicist, then that is definitely the end of our season. I think we have a chance if we can at least draw with Darth, I think. Okay, and let's have a look at the opposition team. They're at team value 1,100, so I'm pretty sure I can afford a wizard. Yep. 11 players, all of them ready. There are 4 Chaos Warriors. They're going to be the deciding factor in this game, I think. I'm going to have to stay off them as much as possible, and this Mighty Blow piece is going to make a big difference. He can probably knock out a couple of my guys. So we're going to have to deal with him somehow very quickly. And the block piece just gives him a little bit of extra statistics, so there's a good chance that's going to make a small difference as well. And the fact that he has no loners means that he can use rerolls more effectively. He also has 3 team rerolls, and I'm pretty sure I have 2, so yeah, I'm very much outmatched in this one. But we'll see how it goes. I'm going to have to get a couple of pieces off the pitch. That's going to be the only way to get anything out of this. And I'm going to have to risk the loners. So I'm at 690 plus 120 plus 240, so 690 plus 240, we're looking at what, 930? 930, 1,100, I'm going to have 170,000 in inducements, I believe. So yeah, that's a wizard. The wizard can help, that's for certain. Anyway, here we go. Let's see what we can do here. Yo, 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 here we go, okay! Chaos Mirror, Blood God all the way. Oh, I don't know. Right, so here we are with Steel match 3 then against Darth Physicist, who is new to the league. This is my second game against him, and I've seen him a lot in Steam before. He's a damn good coach as well. I wasn't looking forward to this matchup, I can tell you that, because his team is in much better shape than mine going into this. I've got 4 loners at the start of this game, and he's got all 4 Chaos Warriors, so I got 2 Chaos Warriors and the rest Beastmen. You can see them here from behind. My colours have been changed because we both have the exact same colour scheme. And Kill All Men's are singing Blood for the Blood God. Drink it from a cup. Give it a big gurgle, then spit it. Oh. And my guys are singing... Where's my red? As you can see, Chaos Warrior is not very happy about losing his red colour, but they carry on with the Blood for the Blood God song, and the 2 teams sing in a round. Now, going into this game, I wasn't really looking forward to it because obviously Darth has the strength advantage. I had to play the field. That was the only way to really get anything out of this game, and the one thing I do have is I have a wizard on my side. It's going to be a key part to this fixture, I think, and we're looking at the wrong team. There we go. So, coin flip went the way of Prince of Hell, and we chose to receive. What we want to do, basically, is force Darth to one side, so we can go the other side. But he sets up in a pretty solid screen, which is going to be difficult to break down. So, even from the very beginning, I'm in trouble. Just looking at the setup, I didn't like it. He does have a reroll extra to me as well, which might prove to be problematic, might not, we'll see. Following his setup, I stayed kind of central, and I was hoping that Darth would commit to the center. Though I am still hoping to put him out eventually. And ball goes right next to Sarragan. I put Shalmer and Sarragan the wrong way around again, but never mind. And we're not going to get stuck in with Darth's chaos. We're going to stand off him as much as possible. And first loner says hello. He doesn't really do much, but that's a start. And we're going to make it look like we're going this way. Though I know that Darth Physicist watches me, so we'll see how he reacts, because he probably knows that I play this tactic relatively often, this one side to the other side. The stun is a good start though, that helps us a lot. One thing that we were both very much aware of was that armor breaks were going to make a huge difference in this game. And I put a loner, I think it's a loner, it's not a loner, I put Delgon. Oh no, why did I put Delgon there? I put Delgon right on the Chaos Warrior to show that I'm not messing around. And Groll, I think, or is Groll dead? Groll's dead, sorry. Gorgon comes in and takes a punch, but it's a 2 down, that's bad news. Not re-rolling that though, not wasting a re-roll just yet. Ball's relatively safe where it is. Now, let's see where Darth commits his team, because that's going to dictate which way I go. In theory, he should really stay spread out here. That's probably the best way to go. Though it looks like he is committing a little bit to my left, his right. And push doesn't help him. That piece is stuck there now. Yeah, I've got a gap here. I'm going to be taking it, because I've got the numbers this side, whereas Darth has most of his numbers that side. So we want the ball away from this side if possible. And Darth has been a little bit more aggressive. He's come on to me a little bit more. And failed dodge, which he re-rolls. Oh, okay then. Kind of feel that's a waste of a reroll, to be honest, but that's good for me. It's good news. We're going to stick these 3 players, keep them here. The rest of the team is basically going to push this way a bit more, just to put pressure on Darth's side. Flank was the word I was looking for there, not side. I'm probably going to take down the... No, I'm not. I'm going to take down this Chaos Warrior for some reason. Yeah, putting a bit of pressure on him. It makes sense, actually. Should have followed up there, really. Don't know why I didn't. Well, actually I do know why I didn't. And the ball is not safe there. That's not safe at all. It's pretty bad positioning, actually. Though he does have to roll dice to get there, at the very least. That's a skull, not re-rolling. We'll take that. Not great. This piece can get onto the ball carrier without even doing anything, I think, at the moment. Otherwise, punch through with the warrior. Blitz, no problem. He's actually committing more this way, which is surprising. He's making a bigger gap for me here. I've still got the numbers this side. And yeah, the Chaos Warrior to Blitz is the perfect way to do it. Push is good for me, bad for Darth, unlucky. Especially with a block piece, that's pretty rough. Though, that's good enough. I have a chance to get out of this now. And force some pressure on his flank. The skull double skull is not good. He does re-roll. That's fair enough, I think. Though he's down to 1 re-roll now, which is great news for me. He does have a free piece here as well, which is troubling. And he does have a pretty simple 2-die on the Chaos Warrior, which is also troubling. But thankfully it's just a knockdown and free piece. He's going to be quite important here. Yeah, should have brought him further around, I think. And that's good enough. Let's do some repositioning then, some rejigging, if you will, with the team. We've got 2 pieces locked up with this beast, pretty happy about that. Still have the warrior too, just no need to move them just yet. Still got the numbers here. Keep this piece locked up. I'm not going to move far. I am going to move. I thought I wasn't going to move. I'm not going to move far. Yeah, I'm actually taking a risk here by putting a bit of... Yeah, putting an assist on the warrior. I don't hate this move looking back at it, though it was risky. And I need something better than a push, basically. With a 1 dice and I just get a push, which isn't good enough, but I'm not re-rolling. And I still have the numbers this side, at least, but only just. And the 1 die on the Chaos Warrior is a bit better. Though I should have followed up there. Let 2 pieces loose, though he can't get to the ball, that's why I didn't follow up. I did count it before pressing no to follow up, before pressing stay. The beast can get there, but the warrior can't. Though the numbers are even now, and push is great news for me, though that's not a good position to be in. I'm going to have to do some rolling to get out of this. Though I have the numbers here as well, and I think Darth actually overlooked this. Maybe. Because I can let these pieces go, and just take out this piece. These 2 are free, out we go. Unless he can do a lot of damage here, which he can't. He uses last reroll actually, and he gets a push again. He's been quite unlucky with the blocks so far. I've had a couple of skulls too though, so it's pretty even in that regard. I haven't been re-rolling them though, that's the difference. And this piece comes in support. Fair move, good play there. The only problem is he's really overcommitted to this side now, and if I can get out, he's in trouble. And I've got 2 free pieces to help me get out, that's what they're going to do. And that's the first KO. First blood goes to Prince of Hell, which is great news for me. We're down 10 against 11 now. And I'm going to 1 die blitz again. Push is good enough this time though, because I can dodge out. And I've got some more pieces to do some blocking, if necessary. Should have followed, didn't follow, but I moved in the end anyway. And just locking this piece up. The ball isn't going forward just yet. I've got a couple more turns before I have to move. Though it is going to the Chaos Warrior, and the Chaos Warrior is going to run a little bit out of the way actually, so the ball is going forward. By putting him there, there are these 2 pieces that can get there, and there's this piece that can get there, so I'm putting him down now. The rest I'm keeping locked up, not doing any more blocks on this side, just going to take it on this side. Didn't need to re-roll that. Oh yes I did, I blocked for that piece, I see. I did need to re-roll that. And that's an injury. That's pretty huge. The first injury has gone to me, so this half has just become a little bit easier, and the beast GFIs into support position. It was messy, but it worked. And now Darth has to roll some dice to get out. And roll some dice he does, with no rerolls, I might add. And me putting that beast there actually makes it harder for him to get to the warrior. At least safely. The best he can do is a 1 die here, unless he dodges out. No, he won't. He really wants this piece injured. Doesn't happen though, so that's troubling for him probably. Here we go with 1 dying the ball carrier. Just a push, not good enough. Not good enough at all. I'm probably removing this piece first and bringing the beast in support. I've also got these 2 free. So I'm moving these 2 first, sorry. And then knocking down this piece, bringing up beast in support. And push helps me. Though he pushes the wrong way. Alright, we're forgetting this block probably then. We got enough pieces to make a bit of a mess of this though. This guy comes back in support. This is my blitzer, I guess. Not blitzing. I'm just going to block this piece on his own. Fair enough. Should probably move the ball out of the way now. It's going to be out of range of this piece, but this piece can still get there. So if I can, I'd like to put him down. I did it that way, I see. Well, keeping these 4 locked up is pretty big, because Darth realistically needs these pieces to help him, and they can't help him, because I have the numbers here. To be fair to Darth though, I don't think he could have done much to help himself in this round. I've just... The dice have helped me here a bit, but also the positioning has just been... Well, the positioning has been problematic for him, I think. His only real option is to YOLO onto the Chaos Warrior here, and if that fails, I'm probably going to score. If it's successful, I'm still probably going to score, but at least he can slow me down potentially and force me to roll some dice here. This Chaos Warrior can come in support. I should have locked him up really, but I didn't. And another push. He's not getting a lot of luck with these dice. No, they're not hurting him too badly. Yeah, I don't like this. Don't really want to get surfed in this match, but I don't have a choice to stop that, so nothing's going to happen there. And push is not good enough. With all these numbers, Darth's in trouble here. I am going to immediately blitz onto the piece, which I shouldn't have done, and I do have to re-roll, and it's just a push, which is really bad news. Though I can still block with the Chaos Warrior. Should be positioning now, what I should have done first. That was poor play, really. This piece needs to move too. Yeah. Armor break would be perfect here, though I don't get one. So we're going to have to bring this beast in support. The only piece that's a threat to me at the moment is this one here, this turn at least, so I'm just going to lock him up like so. Now we can take some free blocks without really worrying too much about something going wrong. Yeah, I probably should have hit him with that piece really. And KO is pretty bad actually. Oh, a double KO though, so at least we keep the numbers for now. Alright, let's see how Darth cleans this up. That was pretty big for him actually, because the Chaos Warrior is loose, meaning that he can actually threaten the ball. I don't think he can stop the ball, but he can threaten it. And we are going to start with a surf, which is fair enough, though I would have moved the piece first, if I was thinking clearly. There we go, Warrior does cause a threat, and we are going to try and blitz out with the piece on the edge. Oh, that's unlucky. That's really unlucky, because I can leave him on the floor and I can use these two pieces to lock up the Warrior. I am actually going to risk the stall here, because I've locked up the Chaos Warrior pretty well, even with... well, he can blitz out, that's the one thing that can cause me a lot of problems, but otherwise that's the only real danger I have. And that double down doesn't hurt me too much actually, because everything's in a pretty good position at the moment. So Darth has to roll some dice to get out. His best option is to blitz out and stand on the Warrior. The other option that's slightly less positive is to blitz out with this piece, and again stand on the Warrior, but though he's easier to put down. And he goes for the slightly, I think, worse move, but it works. You get a 2-die that way at least, it's a bit safer I guess, though it's less problematic for me, it's pretty easy to clean that up. In fact, I just have to blitz him out, that's it. Yeah, and the 2-down hurts him. 2-down hurts him a lot actually. Don't even have to blitz with that piece now, I can use the beast to punch him. Stand pieces up just in case it goes wrong, and we are going to try and get a free die, so I am going to blitz with the Chaos Warrior actually. That should be enough. Free die away. Yeah. That's enough for me to run it in with Chaos Warrior Conquest. Well done, that horseman. 1-0 to the Prince of Hell. I had to work for that one in the end, but I did get it. I don't fault Darth Physicist's attempt to defend there, it was very difficult for him, he was out of position. Early on he struggled a bit, some dice went against him and it put him well out of position, and my dodge out worked, which made it really difficult for him. So I don't blame him for struggling with the defense there, it was difficult. I'm only going to give him loners to punch, though I hate this setup where we all line up at the back, I never ever do that. So I'm not doing it here either. You just leave yourself open to a counterattack if you put everything at the back. If a riot comes, then it's difficult. It's also easier to one-turn touchdown if you leave all your pieces at the back. And high kick. We can give it to Warrior then. Warrior can pass. In theory. Oh, no, we're dropping it. That's a shame. Let's take some blocks then. See if you can put down a loner. Be great news for Darth if you can. You can also blitz one of the other pieces, so he gets 4 blocks here, realistically. Oh, going for a free dive, fair enough. The last warrior's blitzing, yeah. Against Delgon, just a push, that's good for me. And attempt to pick up. There we go. Oh, that's a shame. That's the end of the first half then. So let's have a look at our numbers going into the second half and Kill men's drive. Darth Physicist drive. 1-0 to Prince of Hell, of course. We got an injury on Darth Physicist's side and we have a KO, so we're 10 on 10. Perm against 11 perm though. Alright, don't make any changes to my setup. Pretty happy with that defensive lineup. And here comes the kick already. Darth didn't change anything either, and perfect defense for Prince of Hell. As the ball is landed in a deep position, we're going to come forward a bit, try and threaten it if Darth can't pick it up. And we're going to threaten it mostly on this side as well. We're going to threaten it either way. We're moving up this flank. Put a lot of pressure on him. With the wizard as well, I've got a chance of stealing the ball from him, of course. So we're going to try and go 2-0 early on in this second half. Oh, double skull is hard. Has to re-roll that. Yep. That's going to make things difficult for Darth this turn. That's going to make things really difficult. Well, at least there was an armor break out of it, so I'm down to 9 players against Darth's 10, but that's my turn now. I'm taking out this piece and I'm going for that ball. And I'm going to go for that ball hard. Push is fine. That leaves a gap. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces I can get through this gap. I'm going to do a kind of half screen though, because we can't get to the ball yet, of course. And as soon as Darth picks up the ball, I can just zap it out of him with the wizard. That's basically the plan. We are going to lock up these 3 with this side, and this piece with the warrior. And the warrior's got to go through, surely. I'm leaving this warrior free, which isn't great. I should put the warrior through, but never mind. And not going to risk a 1 die or a half die, just going to leave it at that for now. Got 2 pieces threatening the ball against 2 pieces defending the ball. Yeah, I made a mistake not locking up the Chaos Warrior realistically there. I could see it. I think I even considered dodging this piece out to here, but I changed my mind in the end. Ooh, that's an injury. That's pretty bad news for me, actually. I'm taking a few too many armor breaks here. Can't afford many more. That's maybe the last one we can afford, so I should probably be appoing the next piece. We're actually 3 players down to his 1 player down, though. And pickup is good. That's bad news. I have a chance at the ball, but it's hard. If I stand this piece up, blitz out with this piece, dodge, after the wizard of course. Oh, that gives me an out though. That means Chaos Warrior can threaten even if wizard goes wrong here. Wizard first. Fails. That's really bad news for me. Really bad news for me. Well, let's position first, keep it nice and safe. No, should have moved this piece first. Push doesn't actually change the dodge chance, because I can dodge straight through the middle, and I do, locking up the ball. Really should have moved him first, though. Yeah, there are a few too many free pieces here, I'm still in trouble. And push isn't really good enough. Need this piece out. Down at least. There we go, down is good. No, pretty easy for Darth to clean up here. Can blitz, move the ball, no problem. No problem for Darth at all, really. That wizard failing is huge. That's the difference between 2-0 and, well, 1-0 at the moment, potentially 1-all at the end of this drive, especially if he gets a couple more armor breaks. That's bad, he has to re-roll that, and he does. That's a rough stun. Need that piece to get back up realistically, and he's not getting back up. Ball moves into relative safety. Gonna have to dodge to get it now. And that's another KO. I really should have appoed this piece. I was considering it, but I changed my mind. I let it run right down to the end though, I can tell you that much. And I'm glad I did. That's an appo pretty quick. Yep, done. That injury would have been humongous, though he did come back. And the two down hurts Darth actually, because I get a chance of the ball with that. And the stun hurts him more, because the Chaos Warrior can't come and defend. So let's go straight for the ball here. Not the GFI to do so. Have to reroll the GFI. And 2 down will have to do. Oh, good thing the ball didn't go there. Ball would have been great there, and it went back to the Warrior. That's bad news. Small plus side, Darth has to roll to get the ball out, but pretty safe roll to be fair. Though he does have to re-roll it. That could be huge. Chaos Warrior's got to run out of the way now. And run out of the way he does. Run into the safety of numbers. Every single piece I have is out of position now. So, should be no problem for Darth to score. I put a lot of effort into getting the ball from the wizard, and the wizard failed, and now I'm going to pay for it. My only hope really is that Darth scores quickly, though he's an experienced enough coach not to do that, so as long as he can keep my pieces out of position, he'll be fine. I'm not sure about that. That actually gives me a chance to hit him. 1 die, a grand, and I have to dodge to do it, but a chance is a chance at the end of the day. Dodge fails. Reroll. And fails. Well, the idea would have been ball here, ball down, this piece picks up, and throw. But failed anyway, so no problem. That gives Darth every chance he needs to get out the way. Not stopping him now. I'll try, but just not stopping him now. And like I say, the only hope is that he panics a bit and scores. Though I can't really see him panicking, to be honest. He even said at this point that we're going to have a dirty draw. But I was going to put as much pressure on him as possible to make sure that he does score. So that's basically the name of the game at the moment. Force Darth to touchdown. Though with a number deficit and everything out of position, of course, that's easier said than done, to put it lightly. Two down again. God, all these skulls on both sides. I'm going to take a half die here at the end of the turn though, move all the positions first. Move all the pieces first. Stand up, and half die to threaten the ball. Oh, one die actually, but 2 down, so no threaten of the ball this turn. That means Darth could just sit there, he doesn't even have to move the piece, though he would be smart to move the piece out of the way. And he does. That's fair. Can't get there now, not possible. Though 2 down helps. Ah, it's a block piece, it doesn't help actually. And Gorgon being KO'd is pretty disgusting, to be honest. How many pieces do we have out now? 5. I don't know what's wrong with this Chaos team, but I need to kill my armourer, because 3 games in a row, just injuries have been insane. And another 2 down. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Gonna have to half die out again to put pressure on the ball. Standing up pieces just to make Darth roll. Hopefully something goes wrong and I get the chance to pick up the ball. If I can hold him to a 1-0, that would be perfect, though chances of doing that are very slim. Take the 1 die first because it's slightly safer. And now the half die against the warrior. That's a good half die. Pow stumble. And a stun. It's a very good half die. Well, we can threaten the ball. Should have GFI'd realistically, because I can only double GFI onto the piece by doing that. And if he moves 1 step forward, then can't get to him. So really should have GFI'd, put more pressure on, then no matter where he goes on the pitch, I wouldn't be able to get to him. Yeah, Darth cleans that up very well. No chance to stop him now. No chance at all. And another. My god. He had a push there. He could have taken the push, but chose to take the 2 down instead. Fair enough. Righto. The only way I can really get to him is if he fails something and I get a piece in position on him to take the ball from him next turn. That's the only way I can save myself here. So I'm taking some slightly easier dice rolls first. And now I'm going to have to dodge. That's strange. GFI, GFI. Just in case. Though to be honest, it doesn't make a difference. Turn 16, so didn't even need to do those GFIs. Waste. But Darth doesn't even take risk, so fair play to him. I applaud him on that. Well done for not even risking it. And securing the draw. Well done. Good job. And we both scored with a Chaos Warrior. So, if a riot comes, I have a small chance, but otherwise, this game is done, basically. We're looking at a 1-1 end for the Chaos Mirror. And going into this match, I would have been very happy with that score, but the way the game's played, a little bit disappointed the Wizard didn't work out. That would have probably led to a 2-0. 2-1 in the end, probably. But can't fault Darth Physicist, he played very well, and I should be happy with that result, so I am happy with that result. Overall, it was a good result. Coming into this match, I couldn't have hoped for better, really. So all I can do now is knock out a couple of beasts and manage a pass. Unless there's a riot, then we can cause some problems. But any other roll, and we're just doing some damage and passing the ball. Alright, then here comes the kick. And it's a high one. Well, we can get a pass out of that, hopefully. Just need to catch the ball. Go away, I don't want this. There we go. and we failed to pick up the ball anyway. So let's do some punching first. A push. Nice. And a pow. Nicer. And a blitz. Push here then. And one more block, and then we'll do the pass. Nope, we'll take one more skull down. Been a fun game of skulls, that's for certain. No, don't begrudge Darth that game at all. Well played to him. And I think my guys pulled off a good draw overall. So a touchdown, 8 armor breaks, all of them important, and a level up on the beast with the MVP. 1 touchdown, 6 armor breaks, most of them important, and MVP on the loner. Not going to take him. He's not going to help my team. I'd rather save the money for the warrior. So we got 5 for me, because the loner's going away, and we've got 12 for kill or men's. Having a look at the team now then, we've got all of our pieces back, and we did actually manage to buy the 4th warrior, so Triad has joined the team. We have 4 warriors, 3 of them ready to level up, and Minotaur is back, and 5 beasts. I will try and replace the next beast next week, though I need a good roll on winnings to do so. Overall, quite happy with that result. Could have been better, could have been a better result for us, but it also could have been much worse going into this game. So a draw, I think, with the 2 teams as they started, that's pretty big for the Beastmen. And we're up at 1060 now, and let's just have a quick look at our remaining opponents. A Wood Elf team has come in to join. We've kicked the old bye team. We've still got the 2 Wood Elf teams left now. We've got Arizona Wildfire. I think they're next week, though I may have the new Wood Elf team next week. Can't remember. And the new Wood Elf team is brand new because they're joining Steel, of course. So we're going to have the positive TV against both teams, which is going to suck a bit. Though I don't think I'm going to give either team more than 100. So there is that, at least. Anyway, overall, quite happy with the results. The first game was hard to take. The second game was a good result considering the injuries, and the third game was a good result considering that we went in with 4 loners. Quite happy with the story of the Prince of Hell so far. Let's hope that we can finish off high against the 2 Wood Elf teams. Thanks for watching. See you all soon. Feel free to talk to me in Discord. Bye bye.